Good evening. The University of Georgia welcomes the members of the class of 2020 and their families and friends to the undergraduate commencement ceremony. As the birthplace of public higher education in America, we are proud to celebrate the accomplishments of our outstanding students with you tonight. Please remain standing for the presentation of the flag of the United States of America and the flag of the state of Georgia, to be followed by our national anthem. The colors will be presented by cadets from the University of Georgia Air Force and Army ROTC units. The national anthem will be sung this evening by Sevda Arjaman, a computer science and music major from Johns Creek, Georgia. Following the national anthem, please continue standing for the invocation to be offered by Lindsay Atkinson, Lead Associate Director of the Wesley Foundation.
Let us pray. Gracious God, what a joyous occasion we celebrate today at the University of Georgia. This ceremony marks an important milestone for our graduates and their families. We come from various faiths and spiritual traditions to honor the hard work, perseverance, and accomplishments of our graduates. We pray for health and wellness for the entire Bulldog Nation. Let us continue to do everything possible to stay safe and protect one another. We pray that you would direct the steps of each graduate and make their way firm. We ask that you would call them into vocations that will lead to success and a fruitful life. Make them confident leaders in their communities, in our state, and in our world. Give them wisdom, peace, and assurance as they navigate the days and times that we are living in. May your Spirit give each of them a desire to be lifelong learners, and may they never forget the pride there is in being a Georgia Bulldog. Amen.
Thank you, Sevda, and my thanks to Lindsay for those words this evening. You may be seated. I also want to express my appreciation to the UGA Air Force and Army ROTC cadets for presenting our colors. We gather in this setting to formalize the accomplishment of the graduates that you see before you. Tonight's commencement ceremony is unlike any ever held at the University of Georgia, and I want to take a moment to thank the families here for their patience and perseverance throughout the coronavirus pandemic. All of our planning for this evening's ceremony has been conducted with the guidance of UGA's Preventive Measures Advisory Board, a group of leading experts in health and safety, infectious disease, medicine, public health, and communications. You are welcome to wear your mask while seated, but we ask you to wear your mask when you are moving through the facility and when you are closer than 6 feet to other guests. We gather together this evening to participate in a formal recognition that is long overdue for our outstanding graduates. We recognize their hard work, their commitment to a goal, their dedication to the ideals of the University of Georgia, and importantly, the support of their families and friends. The symbols and rituals we incorporate in this commencement ceremony, from the wearing of the red and black to the college and school banners on the field and the singing of our alma mater, all are sacred traditions to us. They bind us together as alumni, more than 332,000 of us around the world. As a fellow alumnus, it is my honor to stand alongside you as a devoted member of the Bulldog Nation. The University of Georgia continues to rise in national prominence as our research enterprise expands, our instructional programs become even more innovative, and the strength of our student body reaches new heights of excellence. Whatever your field, your UGA education has prepared you to use your knowledge to improve lives, strengthen communities, and indeed change the world. That is how you carry on the land-grant tradition of this great university. You should be proud of all you have accomplished so far, but I expect you will go on to do much, much more. As UGA alumni, we do not rest on our laurels, nor do we forget the purpose of our education. With the degree that you have earned and the opportunities you have experienced here, you are equipped to become part of something larger than yourselves, to make a positive impact on the world. We expect uncommon things from you because you are a graduate of the University of Georgia. Congratulations. I now want to take a moment to introduce the senior administration of the university, who in their operational areas have contributed to your education. Their names and photos will be shown on the Jumbotron. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Dr. Jack Hu, the Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost. Mr. Ryan Nesbitt, Vice President for Finance and Administration. Mr. Kelly Kerner, Vice President for Development and Alumni Relations. Dr. Raul Srivastav, Vice President for Instruction. Dr. David Lee, Vice President for Research. Dr. Jennifer Fromm, Vice President for Public Service and Outreach. Mr. Victor Wilson, Vice President for Student Affairs. Mr. Toby Carr, Vice President for Government Relations. Dr. Kathy Farr, Interim Vice President for Marketing and Communications. Dr. Tim Chester, Vice President for Information Technology. Dr. Marisa Ann Pagnatera, Vice Provost for Academic Affairs. Dr. Michelle Cook, Vice Provost for Diversity and Inclusion and Strategic University Initiatives, and Dr. Ron Walcott, Vice Provost for Graduate Education and Dean of the Graduate School. Please join me in thanking these senior administrators. Many of the deans of our colleges and schools will be featured on the Jumbotron later in the ceremony as your degrees are awarded. I would also like to recognize other deans who are not directly involved in this ceremony. We are pleased to have them as a part of our campus community. Again, please hold your applause until the introductions are complete. Professor Bo Rutledge, Dean of the School of Law. Dr. Lisa Nolan, Dean of the College of Veterinary Medicine, and Dr. Shelley Nuss, Campus Dean of the Augusta University, University of Georgia Medical Partnership. We wish that all of our deans could be here in person, but it is difficult to have a large group on the stage under current public health conditions. I know they are watching and they share in celebrating your accomplishments. Please join me in a round of applause for all of our deans. I will now call on Dr. Jack Hu, the Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, to introduce the first honor graduates for this commencement. Provost?
Thank you, Mr. President. It is my great privilege to present 45 students who have maintained a perfect 4.0 cumulative GPA on all work attempted at the University of Georgia, as well as college-level transfer work attempted prior to or following enrollment at the university. We commend those students for their high standard of personal excellence and for their outstanding achievements. Of course, we wish them well as they pursue their varied interests. The first honor graduates are seated in section 131, and their names will be listed on the Jumbotron. Audience, please hold your applause until all of them have been introduced. Evini Shil Elhuja, Julia Christina Elkhorn, Kendall Anthony Elsop, Milan J. Anderson, James Logan Ballard, Sean Thomas Benu, Caitlin Rebecca Bjork, Haley Relay Blanchard, Harrison J. Mariel Bocock, Maggie Elizabeth Carr, Ashley Paige Collins, Emilia Kovici, Christine Denise Creer, Megan Elizabeth Krauser, Gabriela Andrea Duchesne, Montgomery Lloyd Fisher, Sahil Jignesh Gandhi, William Cloud Glosson, Carolyn Juliana Griffin, Adam Diab Heady, Elizabeth Neal Irby, Brent Thomas Jackson, Garrett Ashton Cloyne, William Howard Ledford, Elaine Liu, Jessica Yan Ma, Hannah Paige McQueen, Sarah Rose Panico, Stephanie Antino Sido, Nicholas Marius Sorensen, Edwin Maxwell Stander, Jonathan David Stain, Julia Claire Strother, James Ronald Thompson, Philip Warren Walker III, John Alexander Zapata Matia. Please join me in congratulating those outstanding students. In the audience tonight, there are family members, friends, and colleagues who provide their support and guidance to those first honor graduates. Will the guests of those students please stand and let us recognize you? Thank you all so much. So at this time, we want to recognize those students who are graduating with honors. The distinction of summa cum laude is accorded to students with a 3.9 grade point average or better. Magna cum laude to those with a GPA of 3.75 to 3.89, and cum laude to those with a GPA of 3.6 to 3.74. Will those graduating with summa cum laude please rise for recognition? Will those graduating magna cum laude please rise for recognition? Will those graduating cum laude please rise for recognition? Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
At this time, I am pleased to call to the podium a member of the graduating class who will speak on behalf of his classmates. Jack Bush graduated in the spring with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. He now works as an electronics engineer at Lockheed Martin. A native of Savannah, Georgia, Jack was involved in numerous areas of campus life during his time at the University of Georgia. He served as a College of Engineering ambassador and was a member of the 2018 Homecoming Court. He also participated in the National Society of Black Engineers. But perhaps his proudest accomplishment is establishing the Bush Engineering Scholarship for minorities interested in engineering while still a student himself. He began the scholarship with his own money, hard-earned from engineering internships, a co-op, and a part-time job in retail, with the goal of giving back to the university he loves. Jack's passion to help others succeed by giving back demonstrates the drive and passion for achievement and excellence that characterizes this entire graduating class. Please welcome an outstanding member of your class, Jack Bush.
Thank you, President Moorhead. To all the university faculty, staff, and administration who have impacted my experience here at UGA. To the class of 2020, and to everyone who has supported us throughout our journey. Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, friends, and pets. I am honored to have the privilege of addressing you tonight. August 12th, 2015, I stepped foot on our beautiful campus, my new home away from home, promoted from just a die-hard UGA fan to one of the newest UGA students. Class of 2020, I'm sure each of you remember a similar time in finally realizing that you were a bulldog. You remember exactly what all of your 5 senses absorbed at the opening of your acceptance email. Or even that day during orientation when you got your official ID. You remember those moments because you were embodying what I now know to be one of the most valuable lessons I've learned here at UGA. Be where your feet are. Be where your feet are. That day, in the infancy of your Bulldog years, your feet were rooted in the overwhelming realization that you were a student of the University of Georgia. Today, your feet are in Sanford Stadium. This is the exact same place where our journey began during freshman welcome, where we had butterflies about if we would make friends, if we would enjoy our major, or if we would actually make it to the end. Well, speaking for myself, but I'm sure most of you would agree, I can tell freshman year me, your best friends are the people who trekked up the hill to Driftmeyer with you for 5 years. You contemplated changing your major after many nights spent at the library or MLC until 2 a.m. But ultimately, you made it. It may have taken a little longer than initially planned, but just 5 years later, your feet are standing here today, just a tassel turn away from your new beginning. Moments like accepting internships during the middle of class, enjoying unforgettable nights spent on Broad Street, standing on this field on homecoming night with my mom by my side. I love you, Mama. And listening to different perspectives right behind us in the heart of campus at Tate always reminded me to be where my feet were. Today, your feet are grounded in Sanford Stadium soil, or close enough. And now you weirdly feel your feet inside your shoes, right? There are grad caps on our heads, new opportunities in our hands. And once again, the butterflies have returned. We're apprehensive that we won't make friends in our new cities. We won't actually like our jobs. And if all the memes about adulting are true, we're wondering how we are really going to make it. It's funny how our feet journey back to the same spot sometimes, huh? But be here, embrace here, and thrive here, exactly where your feet are, because you made it here, and you deserve to feel the weight of all you accomplished here in red and black. Here, to this institution, we all came ready to take on the world. But we soon learned that was just the bark of an average dog. I was just an average dog who majored in mechanical engineering while working 20 plus hours a week and still found time to make lifelong friends. An average dog who was a member of the National Society of Black Engineers and took the reins of becoming a first-generation engineer. An average dog who enjoyed celebrations that started with a hug from Miss Sandra and ended with a Mongolian on white with onions and pepper jack cheese. Don't forget the side of tots. I was just an average dog who loved the sound of the bell ringing after a Bulldog win. An average dog who stressed about and failed quite a few exams, but still attacked the day, finished the drill, and came out on top. Because the average UGA student aspires to excel, forge paths, and be influential in the world around them. Excel by achieving great feats, like finding the vaccine for the coronavirus. Forge paths by ensuring future generations do not experience the injustices of Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and Ahmaud Arbery. Be influential as the next light bringers, magic makers, game shakers, world shifters that I know we will be. I am so thankful for my feet to have had the honor of being rooted on this commencement stage as I witness and experience us, the UGA class of 2020, blossom from average dogs to alumni of the greatest university in the world. Be where your feet are. Thank you, and go Dogs.
Thank you, Jack, for those remarks and for representing your class with such distinction. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our commencement keynote speaker, the Vice President for Student Affairs at the University of Georgia, Victor Wilson. I have worked closely with Vice President Wilson over the years and have profound respect for his commitment and dedication to our students. In his nearly 4 decades of experience in higher education administration and student affairs, Vice President Wilson has served as a strong advocate for students and student development, particularly the inclusion and success of students from historically underrepresented groups. He is a member of the President's Cabinet, the Senior Advisory Group, and the University Council. As Vice President for Student Affairs at UGA, Vice President Wilson serves as the Chief Student Affairs Officer and is committed to enriching student learning and supporting student development and growth. Previously, he served as Assistant to the President and later as Associate Vice President for Student Affairs at UGA. Vice President Wilson has authored numerous scholarly articles and has given many presentations on issues of race, ethics, crisis management, and staff development in higher education. He holds a bachelor's degree in social work and a master's degree in education from the University of Georgia. Please join me in welcoming our Vice President for Student Affairs, Victor Wilson.
Thank you, President Moorhead, for that introduction, and I am so humbled to be here this evening. This is a great honor for me, and I am in awe of being in the company of those who've served in this role before me. The graduates, as you know, I have always kept it real with you, or as you would say, kept it 100. So let's be honest. For your commencement speaker, you could have had someone more famous. Think about it. Instead of me, it could have been a world-renowned entertainer or leader or philanthropist. But instead, you ended up with the absolute pleasure of having someone who's been here with you throughout your time at UGA. I'm not quite as legendary as some others, but I hope you will find I still have something relevant to share. And just between us, I want to go on record to let you know that since 1785, no commencement speaker, no matter how popular, has ever had their own podium. There you have it. My deepest thanks to all of those who've made this possible, and those who know me well know I always start with students, now graduates. You are the reason that we are here, and congratulations to you all. Families, alumni, friends who have been with our graduates on this journey, thank you. And in particular for our families, I told you at orientation about 4 years ago, we were in this together. I even deputized you as ambassadors, working with us here on campus to find success for our students until graduation. From what I see in front of me today, you did an amazing job, obviously. So you are now released from your duties with much appreciation. President Moorhead, faculty, and other colleagues, thank you for your support over many, many years. I am honored to work with you alongside here at the University of Georgia in this special place to all of us. To be sure, our gathering here tonight and online looks like no other UGA commencement before it. And I choose to think it will be one we will always remember. Graduates, as you sit here today, many of you are probably saying, better late than never. But here we are, at last, gathered as Bulldogs in celebration. We honor your work, your experiences inside and outside the classroom, and your status as the one ingredient that makes this campus so great. To be here and celebrate with you in this way brings me overwhelming joy. And graduates, I wish you had the opportunity and the experience and the honor of knowing Betty Wilson. Betty Wilson was a true work of art. She was the kind of woman, after being in her company for just a few seconds, you just felt better as a person. You never heard an unkind word said about her. And those who knew her well would quickly proclaim her greatest qualities were her loyalty to others, her honest nature, her positive disposition, and her belief in human dignity and respect. And she had the singing voice of an angel, and the list goes on. You see, I had the amazing honor of having Betty Wilson as my mother. And I think she would be pretty proud tonight, and all of her friends and neighbors and entire family would be hearing about it over and over and over again. Obviously, I miss her every single day. Now, those who know me well as a person will not be shocked that any attempt by me to be inspiring would include words from my mother. But, you know, as I look back on the lessons that Mom taught me, they were lessons that we so desperately need today. One saying I remember well and still resonates with me is, you don't miss the water until the well runs dry. This has always been helpful to me to really appreciate the things I have while I still have them. In those times when I wanted to retaliate against someone or act in a way that wasn't quote unquote proper, she would simply share with me two powerful words: be bigger. And she would rarely get into deep arguments with folks. She would put them into their place by being the Southern lady that she was, and she would tell them, you keep believing what you believe, and I'll keep moving forward knowing the truth. But one particular thing that Mom said all the time that especially fits right now, that I want to talk about today, is this. She always used to tell me, each and every day, make sure that your joy glass is full. And don't you let anybody turn over your joy glass till all your joy is gone. Now, if you're like me, it is hard to keep your joy glass full in today's world. There are times when I feel like so many things are making a constant attempt to steal my joy. I can name a long list of joy stealers, and I'm sure that you can too. But graduates, what I want to ask you and challenge you today is this. How often do you focus on what brings you joy? Real joy. Do you choose to lead with joy and build a life of joy? Or are you consumed with all the things in life that rob you of your joy? Most important, how are you keeping your joy glass full? One way I found to keep my joy glass full is to discover for myself. Growing up, I wanted to be in the medical field, to become a doctor, to be an ear, nose, and throat specialist. And I decided to come to UGA. It was 1977, and UGA had only been integrated 16 years before. As an African American male, everyone in my church, my hometown, my family told me not to come here as a student. No one thought it was a good idea or supported me. But finally, it was my dear sweet mother who said, "Go ahead and get about your business of embracing that place and go find your bliss." And so I did. Not too long after that, despite again being told not to, I applied to be an orientation leader. It became one of the most formative experiences of my life. I quickly forgot medicine and discovered my life's passion, and if you will allow me, my bliss, is working with students. 40 years later, I have been on a college campus ever since. While I have come and gone from UGA 3 times in my career, this magical place always pulls me back, and I know you understand why. So many of the most joyful moments of my life have been shared with students here, including many of you. Through it all, good times and not so good times, I have kept the joy of students and the love of this special place at the forefront of everything I do. Graduates, you will never know where you may find your bliss, but you must never stop seeking it. Don't let others tell you what to do or how to feel or where to go or how to live. If I had listened to what everyone else said, I would never be where I am today. Keep your head and your heart open, and I trust you will discover, as I have, the joy that can be found in every single day if you are open to it. A second way I have learned to keep my joy glass full is to find your light and a path. Early in my career, I decided I wanted to be a single parent. And at the time, this was the 80s, and literally everyone said, they're not going to give a child to a single black male. Wow. But I was determined. And I would like to proudly share that my son Hunter, who is 30 now, will be marrying the woman of his dreams, Becca, next March. Thank you. Yes, my friends, sometimes life moves on anyway, even after we're told no. Now, looking back, I didn't know much about parenting, and I definitely didn't have all the answers. But as a single parent, I learned to be resourceful. I learned to find solutions and take action. I learned to find the light, wherever it was, however dim, and make a path. It wasn't always easy, but I cannot imagine my life without the joy of my son and our small family. Graduates, I'm a firm believer that at times we need to make a choice to live life the hard way. It's so easy in life to point out all the challenges and complain and list all the reasons why something won't work. But some people, and you know who they are, they only choose the easy route. They take the joy from the room and from you, and then they are the ones who are totally caught off guard when life becomes challenging and hard. To keep your joy glass overflowing, make a conscious choice sometimes to live the hard way. UGA grads, you're different. You're the solvers, the innovators. Spend your time finding solutions. Work toward what's good and positive, and find your light and a path. And I believe in time you will be deeply rewarded over and over again. A final way I have found to keep my joy glass full is to join in community with others. Now, as a parent, I learned it does take a village, and then some. Even when I struggled and the joy threatened to seep away in every direction, I found places to turn, whether it was family or friends or neighbors or so many others. In my professional role, I've always worked to have a strong network of colleagues and friends to rely on. I sometimes call them my kitchen cabinet. We are there for each other to share ideas and hope, and even at times when I don't want to accept their honesty. But I've also found joy and strength engaging in the broader community, serving locally and nationally in dialogues and many other ways. What I've learned through all of these experiences, whether we realize it or not, is we are always connected to things bigger than ourselves. Graduates, as you just heard, you are joining more than 330 other UGA alumni who share this special connection with our beloved alma mater. You will always have that community, always and without ceasing. As the flagship university for the state of Georgia, this university will always be a part of the future of this state. As graduates of UGA, you have the power, and yes, if I may be so bold, the responsibility to create the future in our world that you want to see and we so much deserve. You are not just capable and prepared to do it, but as President Moorhead said earlier, we expect you to do it. Not to meet our standard, but as our charter states, to fulfill the promise of the rising hope of the land. But know today you will never create the future alone. You will never do it without genuinely, humbly engaging those around you. And as hard as it may be to accept, including those with whom you disagree. I've always believed and shared the statement that people will support what they help to create. To keep our joy glasses filled, we must find meaningful ways to work together across every difference for the betterment of our university, our communities, and our world. I will never waver in my belief that we are absolutely interdependent and need each other to thrive as a society. You give us hope. Now together, go make it so. I will leave you with this. I'm not sure any of us can fully know what tomorrow holds, and few would have predicted this time together here today in this way. But again, here we are. And to keep our joy glasses full, we must all be ready and eager to make tomorrow better and more joyous than today. Or as the American poet and philosopher and essayist Ralph Waldo Emerson once put it, finish this day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt have crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. You shall begin it serenely and with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense. What a difference it would make, graduates, if every morning we consciously and actively said to ourselves, I'm going to keep this day full of joy for the benefit of myself and others around me. So from my life's experience, I am assured that if you discover for yourself, if you find your light in a path, and you join in community with others, joy will always be near. And those around you will do nothing but profit. Graduates, I have loved working with you. I am so proud of you, and I know you are ready to make our world stronger for everyone. You are a great source of joy for me, everyone here tonight, and many others. But never forget that wherever you go, whatever work you do, and whatever life you choose to live, each and every day, make sure that your glass is filled. And don't let anybody turn over your joy glass until all your joy is gone. Thank you. We love you. Keep in touch. Congratulations. And now, henceforth and forevermore, go Dogs.
Thank you, Vice President Wilson. We are deeply appreciative of your message of wisdom and inspiration. Today, all of you become alumni of the University of Georgia, the birthplace of public higher education in America. We are pleased to have a message from the 76th president of the UGA Alumni Association, Brian Dill, who will welcome you to the alumni family. Brian graduated in 1994 with a bachelor's degree in political science and was a member of the Redcoat Band. Earlier this year, he earned a Master's of Business Administration degree from the Terry College of Business. Brian is the Vice President of External Affairs for Tanner Health System and Executive Director of the Tanner Foundation in Carrollton, Georgia. He spent 17 years in corporate and industrial business development in communities throughout Georgia and served as the Chief Operating Officer for the Georgia Department of Community Affairs. Brian has served on the Alumni Association Board of Directors since 2007 and has been a constant supporter of the university. I'm pleased he's continuing that journey now as president of our Alumni Association. Let's hear from Brian.
Thank you, President Moorhead. Class of 2020, the path to this moment has not been without its challenges, but you powered through with the tenacity of a Georgia Bulldog. This is an important moment. Welcome to the UGA alumni family. This family is 332,000 strong. We strengthen communities around the world and empower the next generation of students who will continue the tradition of commitment and excellence that you are exemplifying today. Think back to the moment when you first became a Georgia Bulldog. Was it receiving an email filled with fireworks? Was it walking through Tate Plaza on your first day of class? Or maybe you were born wearing red and black. Your Alumni Association honors that moment every day by bringing alumni together year-round, worldwide, and lifelong. So connect with us as you continue your journey. Find your local alumni chapter. There are more than 90 of them around the world. And follow UGA alumni on social media. We look forward to helping you build your career, build your network, and show your Bulldog spirit. We are UGA alumni, and we never bark alone. Go Dogs.
I'm going to divert our program for just a moment to call the provost back up to the podium because I believe we left out a few first honor graduates that we want to recognize. Provost?
Thank you, Mr. President. In reading the names of the first honor graduate, we unfortunately left some names out. So the following are the additional first honor graduates. Ethan Mark DeLaschmidt, Joseph Hunter Lambert, Christine Ashley Mazzari, Kyle Langford Rayner, Amber Grace Sale. Please join me in celebrating all those first honor graduates. Thank you.
All right, now it's time to confer degrees on those assembled here tonight in UGA's class of 2020. I will ask Provost Hu to come forward to introduce the deans who will recommend the candidates. Graduates, we know that you are scattered throughout the stadium and are not necessarily seated in a group with your college or school, but we ask you to stand when the dean of your college invites you to do so, and your degree will be conferred at that time. Provost.
Thank you. The Franklin College of Arts and Science, which was founded in 1801, is the university's oldest college. Dean Alan Dorsey will present candidates for degrees from the Franklin College, the Hugh Hutchinson School of Music, and the Lamar Dodd School of Art.
The Franklin College of Arts and Sciences instills in its students an adventurous spirit of inquiry, a love of learning, the ideals of community and global citizenship, and the values of hard work and service to others. The faculty and I are confident that the Franklin College has provided these graduates with skills, knowledge, and sensibilities that will empower them to make meaningful contributions to our society. President Moorhead, with pride and delight, the faculty of the Franklin College and I present the candidates for degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, and Bachelor of Music. Will these candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, and Bachelor of Music, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences was founded in 1859. Interim Dean Joe West will present the candidates for degrees.
The agricultural and environmental sciences comprise a dynamic field of vital importance to Georgia's future. Our students are prepared to compete in a complex and demanding job market, to recognize the global importance of agricultural and environmental sciences today, and to contribute to Georgia's economic prosperity and quality of life. President Moorhead, I have the honor on behalf of the faculty of the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences, and Bachelor of Science in Applied Biotechnology. Will these candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences, and Bachelor of Science in Applied Biotechnology, for which you have been recommended by your Dean and faculty, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The College of Pharmacy was founded in 1903. Dean Kelly Smith will present the candidates for degrees.
The College of Pharmacy prepares its students to fight diseases and improve the health of the citizens of Georgia, the nation, and the world. The knowledge and skills that our graduates of the Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences acquire equip them to develop, improve, and produce highly effective and safe medications, medical devices, and vaccines. President Moorhead, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Pharmacy, I take great pleasure in presenting to you candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Science, for which you have been recommended by your Dean and faculty, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The Daniel B. Warnell School of Forestry and Natural Resources was founded in 1906. Dean Dale Green will present the candidates for degrees.
Graduates of the Daniel B. Warnell School of Forestry and Natural Resources possess the knowledge and skills to creatively and sustainably manage our forests, wildlife, fisheries, and other natural resources for the benefit of humans living today and those who will follow us. President Moorhead, on behalf of the faculty, I am delighted to present to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Forest Resources. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Forest Resources, for which you have been recommended by your Dean and faculty, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The Mary Frances Ernie College of Education was founded in 1908. Dean Denise Spangler will present the candidates for degrees.
The Mary Frances Early College of Education graduates are equipped with the knowledge and skills to help children and adults, including those with physical and mental challenges, reach their goals in schools, on athletic fields, in medical facilities, and elsewhere in the world. Our graduates are passionate about helping others and leaving the world better than when they entered it. President Moorhead, the faculty and I proudly present to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Education. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Education, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The C. Herman and Mary Virginia Terry College of Business was founded in 1912. Dean Ben Ayers will present candidates for degrees from the Terry College of Business and the J.M. Toole School of Accounting.
Today's graduates from Terry embody the best qualities of 21st century leaders, possessing the management skills, analytical techniques, and ethical standards to be successful in the global economy. The young men and women who graduate from Terry are prepared to be leaders of their organizations and also to be leaders in their communities. President Moorhead, on behalf of the faculty of the Terry College of Business, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Business Administration. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Business Administration, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The Henry W. Greedy College of Journalism and Mass Communication was founded in 1915. Dean Charles Davis will present the candidates for degrees.
The Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communication prepares democracy's next generation to protect our freedoms through responsible and effective representation of ideas, institutions, and individuals. Our graduates understand both the power of media to influence social change and the obligation to exercise that power responsibly. President Moorhead, on behalf of the faculty of the Grady College, it gives me great pleasure to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Arts, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The College of Family and Consumer Sciences was founded in 1933. Dean Linda Kirk Fox will present the candidates for degrees.
The College of Family and Consumer Sciences prepares its students to work professionally with individuals and families to gain an optimum quality of life. The knowledge and skills that they acquire equip them to serve and to preserve our most important social institutions, families, and communities by the application of science and their expertise. President Moorhead, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Family and Consumer Sciences, I take pleasure in presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Family and Consumer Sciences. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Family and Consumer Sciences, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
President Moorhead, also with us is a very special group of students who have earned a UGA certificate in college and career readiness through the Destination Dogs program. This program serves students with intellectual disabilities who have a personal desire and support from family to gain skills for self-determination, independent living, and career development at the University of Georgia. President Moorhead, the faculty of the College of Family and Consumer Sciences, and I are proud to present these students for your recognition. Would our Destination Dogs please rise?
On behalf of the University of Georgia, we acknowledge and recognize you on this outstanding academic accomplishment. Please join me in recognizing our Destination Dogs.
The School of Social Work was founded in 1964. Dean Anna Chayette will present the candidates for degrees.
The School of Social Work encompasses a broad range of activities, from empowering individuals, families, and communities, to formulating, administering, and evaluating social policies. With its roots in the democratic value system, the profession's unifying element is a sustained commitment to social and economic justice. President Moorhead, on behalf of the School of Social Work, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Social Work, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The College of Environment and Design was founded in 1969. Dean Sonia Hurd will present the candidates for degrees.
The College of Environment and Design prepares our graduates to substantially enrich our stewardship of the environment and, in turn, the sustainability of our lives. There is no longer any doubt that healthy, natural, and developed environments are critical to quality human existence, and the efforts of our graduates in design, planning, management, and conservation will play pivotal roles in our communities around the world. President Moorhead, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Environment and Design, It is my honor to present to you candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Landscape Architecture. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Landscape Architecture, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The School of Public and International Affairs was established in 2001. Dean Matt Auer will present the candidates for degrees.
Students join the School of Public and International Affairs not simply to learn about government, but how to govern. SPIA is a training ground for those who will serve others. The outcomes from that training shape the world around us as our graduates become lawmakers, diplomats, policy analysts, public administrators, and academicians who train the next generation of public leaders. President Moorhead, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Public and International Affairs, it is my honor to present to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Arts, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The College of Public Health was founded in 2005. Dean Marsha Davis will present the candidates for degrees.
Through education, research, and community engagement, the College of Public Health works to improve population health, promote well-being, and eliminate health disparities across Georgia and the world. Our graduates are prepared to be effective researchers, teachers, practitioners, and health advocates who are committed to improving health for all. President Moorhead, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Public Health, I am pleased to present candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Health and Bachelor of Science in Health Promotion. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Health and Bachelor of Science in Health Promotion, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The Eugene P. Odom School of Ecology was founded in 2007. Dean John Gittleman will present the candidates for degrees.
The Odom School of Ecology offers one of the nation's top research programs in the ecological sciences and adheres to the principles of holistic, interdisciplinary teaching and research. Our graduates are prepared for leadership in fields that are crucial for ensuring a future in which natural systems and the humans they include coexist on a more sustainable planet. President Moorhead, on behalf of the faculty of the Odom School, I'm very pleased to present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The College of Engineering was established in 2012. Dean Dang Neo will present the candidates for degrees.
Engineering is the science and art of integrating discoveries from multiple fields to create technological solutions for continuous improvement in the quality of life. The UGA College of Engineering educates students to be leaders in the engineering profession by creating opportunities for learning, discovery, and innovation to take advantage of our place in a comprehensive land-grant university. President Moorhead, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Engineering, it is my honor to present candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Biochemical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Biological Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Computer Systems Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Engineering, and Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Will the candidates please rise?
By the authority vested in me as President of the University of Georgia by the Board of Regents, I now confer on you the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Biochemical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Biological Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Computer Systems Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Engineering, and Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2020. To our graduates, you represent tangible and inspiring evidence of the wisdom and foresight of those who drafted the charter of the University of Georgia and thus began in 1785 the great American tradition of public higher education. You leave here this evening as the next generation of leaders of our state, nation, and world. Whatever your future holds for you, your time here preparing for life and citizenship gives special meaning to the words of the university's charter that call the young people of this state the rising hope of our land. You are indeed the rising hope of this land, and it is with that belief that we gather here to recognize and celebrate your achievements, because you are now graduates of the University of Georgia. Congratulations. At this time, I want to recognize two very important groups of individuals who have contributed significantly to your education at the University of Georgia. We are fortunate to have a faculty of exceptional quality and ability. As teachers, advisors, mentors, and friends, they have been instrumental in helping you reach this point, and I know you are grateful. Many of them will be watching the live stream of this ceremony. I would ask the graduates and audience members to show your appreciation to our faculty at this time. And continuing a university tradition, I now want us to recognize the real heroes of this celebration, the parents, the family members, and friends gathered here who made this occasion possible for each individual graduate. Will the families and friends of the graduates please rise, and will the graduates show them your gratitude? We will now conclude this ceremony with the singing of the Alma Mater, followed by a spectacular fireworks send-off. The fire marshal has asked us to announce that the west end zone sections are fireworks safety zones and are closed to the public. During the fireworks presentation, please keep out of the safety zones until the all clear is given from security. The Alma Mater will be performed by Sevda Arjaman. Please rise and enjoy the Alma Mater.
From the hills of Georgia's northland beams thy noble brow, and the sons of Georgia rising pledge with sacred vow. Alma Mater, thee will honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee! And thy daughters proudly join thee, take their rightful place, side by side into the future, equal dreams embrace. Alma Mater, thee will honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee!